Okay, we're live. We're back. Second half action underway. Looks like the Bears tied in. Number 85 caught both touchdown passes that Caleb Williams threw in the first half. Number 85 for the Bears. And Caleb had a good first half, ran the ball well. But the Jags defense, Cisco made an interception in the second quarter, I believe. And now the Jags have turned the ball over back to Chicago. And here we are in the third quarter. You're welcome to come into the live stream. We'll be hitting the BigJReport.com college football scoreboard as well. Tennessee 23, Florida 17 final in overtime. Oklahoma got dismantled by their rival Texas. Texas 34, Oklahoma 3. Texas ranked number 1 in the country. Penn State at number 4. Penn State 33, USC 30. Final score of that game. And there were some good games, good college football games. Oregon beat Ohio State by 1 point. And we'll check some more of the scores. Georgia Tech 41, North Carolina. Again, I'll repeat that. Georgia Tech 41, North Carolina 34. Georgia 41, Mississippi State 31. Alabama 27, South Carolina 25. I'll repeat, Georgia Tech won their 5th game of the year. They're like 5-2 now, I believe. Georgia Tech 41, North Carolina 34. Got a viewer that came in. Please leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Vanderbilt 20, Kentucky Wildcats 13. Vandy's beaten Kentucky and also Alabama. I think Vandy's like 4-2 now. All the Lane Kiffin rumors of the Gators wanting to go after Lane Kiffin, rumors by the fan base. Well, you never know what may happen. The Chicago Bears got the ball inside the Jaguars' 10-yard line now. First down and goal at the Jaguars' 9-yard line. With about 12 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third quarter, Caleb Williams, again, the number 1 overall draft pick, finds a receiver around the 4-yard line. That's number 2. Moore. Who's that? DJ Moore with the Bears. They got him from Carolina. The Carolina GM traded him, and he got fired later that same year, I believe. Right now, Chicago Bears 14, Jacksonville Jaguars 3. The final score, we're checking the BigJReport.com college football scoreboard. Bears are second down and goal, trying to put this thing out of reach already in London. Caleb Williams rolling out and throws it away out of bounds. So you got third down and goal coming up, and the Jags, all they can hope for now is to try to hold the Bears to a field goal. Because one more touchdown is going to be a backbreaker for this Jaguars team, trailing 14-3. The Jags did lead in this game 3-0. They could not score a touchdown deep in the red zone. They were forced in the first quarter to break out on top with a rookie Cam Little field goal. Rookie out of Arkansas, the new Jaguars kicker Cam Little kicked, I believe, a 31-yard field goal to open the scoring. It's been Bears ever since. Caleb Williams throwing it toward the end zone. I believe the catch was made down near the pylon. There's a penalty marker down, though. There's a flag down. So you guys come in here, please make comments. Do you think the Jags can come back and win this game? They're trailing 14-3. College football, the Gators get beat by Tennessee in overtime. Pretty good football game. Tennessee was favored by many more points in the 23-17 that Tennessee won by. Please leave us comments. Subscribe to the channel. Chicago Bears 14, Jacksonville Jaguars 3 in the third quarter. Penalties against the Bears, an illegal shift. They've been shifting around a lot during this game. The Bears tight end, I believe, has both touchdown catches, number 85. If you got him on your fantasy team, you got a mountain of points. Caleb threw the ball to the pylon, but they're going to call the Bears for an illegal shift. The guy caught the ball. I don't think he got into the end zone, but he was inside like the 6-inch line. But now there's a penalty. The illegal shift penalty takes the Bears back 5 yards, back to about the 9 or 10-yard line. Big critical third down and goal for the Bears. Big third down play for the Jags defense, and I think the Bears have scored. Looks like number 13 caught the pass. Allen. Is that Keenan Allen? I think he's a Bear now. And Keenan Allen just made the catch about a 10-yarder. A 10-yarder, my goodness. Jags looking dejected on the sidelines. Evan Ingram, man, he made a face on the sidelines. Man, you see that face? One of them looked like he wasn't too happy right there. Bears are building I hope this is not an insurmountable lead. Jags are going to have to come out and throw the ball. They can't play ball control the entire time. They're 18 points down now if this extra point is made. Here comes the extra point. It's up. It's good. Bears leading 21-3. Caleb Williams has played a good game. He's run the ball well from the quarterback position. He's done 3 touchdown passes. I believe that was Evan Ingram who fumbled the ball to start the second half. Bears leading 21-3. Oh, my goodness. College football, Tennessee 23, Florida 17, final in overtime. Georgia 41, Mississippi State 31, Alabama. Whoa, Nelly. Alabama 27, South Carolina 25, Georgia Tech 41, North Carolina 34. And Mad Max Vandy beat Kentucky. They've beaten Bama. Now they've beaten Kentucky. Vanderbilt 20, Kentucky 13. Lane Kiffin got beat in overtime. LSU 29, Ole Miss 26, a final in overtime. Florida lost in overtime to Tennessee. Tennessee 23, Florida Gators 17, a final in overtime. We're on our live stream during the Jaguars game, which is starting to become sadly a rout in London. The Jaguars 1-4. In the comments, the Jags lose this game. Is the season over? Is it over? Last week I said, the Jags could go 10-3. They could still go 10-7, but a loss in London against Chicago is going to make it very, very difficult. You're starting to really bury yourself now. The Jaguars lose this game, they're going to absolutely fall to 1-5. Say what? 1-5? I said it, 1-5 if they lose this game, and right now they're losing 21-3. Texas, the starting quarterback was back playing for Texas, and they blew out Oklahoma. Texas, number 1 ranked team. Texas 34, Oklahoma 3. And we got plenty of other scores too. Penn State beat USC. Penn State 33, USC 30. Oregon beat Ohio State by 1 point. Those are both Big Ten teams now. Can you believe it? Oregon's in the Big Ten. Ohio State, longtime charter member of the Big Ten. The Big 12, for my money, the Big 12 is starting to look a little bit stronger now. Not as strong as the Big 10 or the SEC, but they're putting together a pretty good conference. The Pac-2 wants to become the Pac-7, Pac-8, Pac-9, however many teams they get, or maybe they just say, hey, we're still a Pac-12, even though we got 6, 7, 8, 9 teams. But the Pac-2, which may become the Pac-7 or more, they got Oregon and Washington State as the only 2 teams left, because there were some of the college football books when they came out were calling them the Pac-2. Basically, Oregon State and Washington State are the big dogs, and it's going to become a mid-major conference is what's going to happen. College football, major conference realignment. You can actually, let's break in here. You can actually help people affected by the hurricanes with Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene by going to redcross.org/NFL to make a donation. Red Cross and the NFL, I guess, working together. And that's a good thing to help the flood victims. There was 6 feet of water in and around, inside people's houses and outside of people's houses down around the Tampa Bay area. It was very bad in Central Florida. There were tornadoes in Central Florida and South Florida too. We got spared. We were very fortunate here at World Headquarters in the Riverside area, Jacksonville, Florida. We got maybe 7/10 of an inch of rain. Got a lot more rain, I think with Helene. And even before the hurricanes even came, we had a couple of weeks of rain even before. There was a system over on top of us, even before the hurricanes got here. Chicago Bears lead 21-3. Caleb Williams with 3 touchdown passes. He's having a fantasy day. I actually have him in a couple of leagues, but I'm not playing him today. Playing Trevor in one league. Here comes Trevor rolling to the left. He's going to stroll it out of bounds. And you're going to have, that was the last play, I believe, was 2nd and 8. Now you got a bear on the ground. It looks like he's injured. That bear is going to kind of hobble off. And interesting, before the game started, we got the news that, we got some news about Tyson Campbell 2 or 3 days back that Jaguars cornerback Tyson Campbell had been designated to return to the lineup after a recent hamstring injury. However, when the inactives came out, Tyson Campbell, and we talked about this yesterday. We said, he may not even play. He's been designated to return, but he's got to feel right the day before the game, pregame warm-ups, and apparently he couldn't go when he's inactive. Cornerback Tyson Campbell still bothered by the hamstring. Linebacker Yasir Abdullah out with a neck injury. Safety Daniel Thomas, the fifth-year guy for the Jaguars out of Auburn, plays backup safety, but he also plays special teams, a key guy on special teams. There's a pass to Christian Kirk. I believe it was number 13. Kirk made a catch, and he got like 10, 11, 12 yards on that last play and got a first down for the Jaguars. So it's going to be a comeback climb right now. Bears leading, Chicago Bears 21, Jacksonville Jaguars 3. The tight end, number 85, has caught 2 touchdown passes in this game. There's been a couple of Apple turnovers, one by each side. I believe Evan Ingram might have fumbled the one to start second half as I was watching a highlight. I believe I missed that play live. But we have watched the majority of the game on our monitor here at World Headquarters at bigjreport.com. So I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you listening. Please subscribe to the channel. We're here to give you our commentary, our opinion, give you college football scores. Got a lot of college football scores up on our website at bigjreport.com in the sports section. The tight end, number 85, has caught 2 touchdown passes. He's a fantasy star today. Trevor Lawrence with a long pass down to, he got broken up. It was intended for Brian Thomas Jr. around the 5 or 6 yard line, but the defender got in the way and I think he deflected it with his arm. Or let me take a look at the highlight again. The pass kind of hit number 53, Edwards, in the back. He was out in pass coverage, number 53. Yeah, that may be a linebacker, number 53, Brother Edwards. So Trevor Lawrence came up short on that one. You got third down. They need to get the first down here now. 3rd down and 5 for the Jags. Not in field goal range. They're at the Bear 46. See what happens on this play. Pass out there to Ingram. Ingram makes a grab near the sidelines, and I think he got the first down. Cisco, a defensive safety, is on the sidelines pointing that the Jags got the first down. You got some people in the stands in London wearing number 16 bandanas, like around their forehead. Kind of remind me of the late Bill Walton when he played. Something like that. Trevor Lawrence, he's got the Jags close to field goal range now. The ball inside the 37 of the Bears, but the Jags need touchdowns, not field goals at this point in the game. 3rd quarter with about 8.5 minutes to play. Trevor fakes it to the running back, gets it on out to Evan Ingram. He makes the catch for another Jags first down, and he rambles down to about the Bear 23. So the Jags getting close to the good old-fashioned red zone again. So we'll kind of keep an eye on things. We will run down more college football scores for you. There were some surprising games. There were a lot of close games in college football. Very close games, including Alabama's 27-25 win over South Carolina. Another pass. Gabe Davis holds on to this one. He had dropped a pass earlier that was kind of in his hands and bumping the front of those shoulder pads just above his chest. He missed a pass. That was back in the red zone opportunity when the Jags ended up kicking a field goal back in the first quarter. But we're in the 3rd quarter now, 7:40 to play. The Bears lead 21-3. And there's a lot of urgency for the Jags to come back in this one with a 1-4 record. If you understand what we're saying, we're about 14 minutes into the live stream here. 3rd quarter of the game. Chicago Bears 21, Jacksonville Jaguars 3. First game of the day. This is the early game. We get our NFL Jag stuff out of the way early today. Passed into the end zone. It's off a fingertip of a Bears defender, number 31 down there. Looked like maybe Luke Farrell, 85 or 89. A couple of the Jags tight ends were down around the ball. Looked like some Strange down there. Brenton Strange was the intended receiver, but it was deflected at the last minute by number 31. He just kind of got a fingertip up on it and slowed the ball down and knocked it back away. That's the best thing we can say about that. Now you got 3rd down and 2. Jags need a first down to keep the drive going. You know, you never know with riverboat gambling and Doug Peterson, because if they don't they might go for it on 4th down. Let's see what happens. They run the ball up the middle. They get a first down this time. That's a Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby got 3 or 4 yards, and he got the first down. So that's tremendous. Jags got the football down near the 10-yard line of the Bears now. 4 running plays, 6 passes, 59 yards on this drive. It's lasted about 4.5 minutes. Some of these drives coming back are going to have to be quicker than 4.5 minutes in most cases. So we appreciate you guys tuning in to the Teal Shirt Report podcast at bigjreport.com. And Trevor is going to pitch it out to Tank Bigsby. Bigsby cuts inside the 10, gets down near the 6-yard line. But we got a penalty marker down. See what kind of cooking the officials come up with. I don't know, number 122 official is going to say something here. It's going to be against the Jaguars. They call it the Jaguars for holding, offensive holding. My goodness. On DeGuara. I think he's a backup lineman there. Tight end, actually. One of the tight ends coming up off the bench, I believe. DeGuara was just recently signed. I believe he's a new guy, more of a blocking tight end. He got caught holding. Jaguars offensive line, man, they got to bow up and they got to get the ball in the end zone. You just can't keep kicking field goals. Field goals are great, and you get them when you can, and you get them when you need them. But man, they need to hit pay dirt here. Jags need 6 points. The right guard standing up. Sheriff is pointing at one of the Bears. Now they got the ball, and Trevor's looks like he's going to run it. Now he's going to throw it into the end zone. Gabe Davis, brother Gabe Davis, number 0. Gabe Davis squeezes it. It makes the catch in the end zone. It was. I tell you, it was Gabe Davis. Dearness Johnson was in the game too for the Jags, but that was 11 plays, 70 yards. Gabe Davis is taking the ball off the field with him. He wants that football. He caught him a touchdown pass in London. He caught the ball right at the goal line and then just trotted into the end zone. And he was loose. He was open. He was not well covered by the Bears on that play. Here comes the extra point. Cam Little puts it on through, and the Jags trying to ease back into this game. Jaguars trying to ease back into it. Chicago Bears 21, Jaguars 10 in the third quarter. Can the Jags come back? Can they? Gabe Davis with a touchdown catch with 6:02 to go in the third quarter. We're live streaming right here on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Feeling good after that touchdown. But the Jags, in reality, they're still down by 11 points. Still in the third quarter. Now we got an opportunity here. They got to pay their bills, so they're playing a few commercials right now on the monitor, I believe. Let me see what we got on college. Chicago Bears 21, Jaguars 10. Let's check some college football scores. Big Ten, Oregon Ducks 32, Ohio State Buckeyes 31 final. Penn State game went to overtime. Penn State 33, USC 30 final and overtime. Some other scores: Tennessee 23, Florida 17 a final and overtime. Ole Miss, they were leading, and then LSU came back and beat them in overtime. A lot of overtime games. LSU 29, Ole Miss 26 final and overtime. A lot of close games. Vanderbilt came up smelling like a rose again, like 2 weeks in a row. Vanderbilt 20, Kentucky 13 a final. Georgia wins. Georgia's got only one loss on their schedule to Alabama. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, they lost to Bama, and then Bama lost to Vanderbilt. Georgia 41, Mississippi State 31. I guess Alabama left it all on the field when they beat Georgia. Because Alabama, man, they've struggled. They lost to Vandy 40-35. They hung on against South Carolina, Alabama 27, South Carolina 25 a final, Georgia 41, Mississippi State 31 a final. Georgia Tech, the Bumblebees, came up with, I believe, their fifth win of the year. I believe Georgia Tech's 5-2. They beat North Carolina. Georgia Tech 41, the North Carolina Tar Heels 34, the final. So we will update the scoreboard in the big Facebook group. We'll do that. I'm getting a lot of messages. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you listening. I changed my fantasy football lineups before the Jaguars and Bears kicked off. That's a whole nother story there. Okay, let's Jaguars score in the third quarter. Gabe Davis with a touchdown catch. How about those apples? Gabe Davis. And Jags trailing 21-10 in the kickoff. Looks like the kickoff inwards back. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence had a good drive. Jaguars kept the ball well over 4.5 minutes. And we'll update the scoreboard Facebook group as well. Bears have 3 touchdown passes by their rookie, Caleb Williams. Bears are now leading 21-10. So a lot of action here in the third quarter. The Bears and Jags have both scored a touchdown here in the third quarter. The Bears got the lead 21-10. Caleb Williams, a rookie quarterback wearing number 18, is back in the game. And again, the Chicago Bears 21, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. And we're on absolutely a live stream, courtesy of StreamYard. And we're on YouTube, and we're still putting content on the audio platforms as well. 84 made the catch for the Bears on that last play. He's up near the sticks, probably as a first down. So a lot of things going on. We appreciate you guys tuning in to the Teal Shirt Report podcast. We're now YouTube. We're really new. It's the infancy of YouTube as far as our podcast goes. And Jaguars again trailing this one 21-10. Third quarter action, London. So this is Tottenham. This is not Wembley. This is the Tottenham Stadium, which is located a good distance, obviously, from Wembley. All still kind of the, in England, obviously. Bears leading 21-10. Game now, obviously, in the third quarter. Gabe Davis got a touchdown. I was glad to see that. Really glad to see that. Gabe Davis made the catch right near the goal line and then just took a couple of steps deeper into the end zone and got credited with the touchdown. Oh, Trayvon gets in there and looks like no, it was Josh Hines-Allen. Josh Hines-Allen on that one. We'll look at the replay on that one again. Let's take a look at what actually transpired on the replay. Josh Allen fought off a blocker, made a tackle, and getting all kinds of angles of it. It was Josh Allen. Also, let me see. Number 30 in there for the Jags as well. But Josh Allen, the main guy on that last sack. Chicago Bears 21, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. Game now in the third quarter. Jags trying to get a little pressure on the quarterback, and now the Bears run it off to the left side, 6-7 yards out there. They're trying to keep moving the ball. They want to run the clock. And it's probably a little bit too early to think about that. Third quarter of this one. And the Bears are leading 21-10. Trayvon Walker with a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like. And he got Caleb Williams on a sack. Trayvon's kind of like a home man. He'll go quiet. I'll strike out a few times. And now what do we got? Got a penalty on some? Oh, my goodness. It's going to be pointed against the Jaguars. They might have to take that sack out of there. Too many men on the field. My goodness. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, too many men on the field. And it looks like the defensive coordinator, Ryan Nielsen, doesn't look happy. Too many men on the field. That helps you get sacks, doesn't it, when you got too many men on the field? So take that one away. You have to take that one away from Trayvon Walker. He won't get credit for that one. He got credit for one last week that I didn't see, but I'm sure I just missed it. Trayvon Walker had his best game of the season in the Jags 37-34 win over the Colts. Now he's got Caleb Williams got to run for his life, throws it way out of bounds, way into the stands. But I think there's flags down. Let's see what they're going to call on the Jags this time. It's going to be holding on the Jags, I believe. Defensive holding. My goodness. I think they called number 25 for it for the Jaguars, one of the defensive backs. Yeah, he was holding the receiver. He was holding Keenan Allen. It looked like that was old Darby. Darby, who the Jaguars got as a free agent in the offseason, but they were holding old Darby was holding Keenan Allen. And now all of a sudden the penalty moves the ball out past the 50 for the Chicago Bears. Bears leading 21-10 with 2 minutes 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. I've done a couple of live streams during this game. And now the Bears running back number 4, man, he's going to run with it 15, 18 yards, maybe close to 20 yards into Jaguars territory. That is Swift. And he was Swift on that play. A lot of Bears fans in the stands. Right here in Mariole, England, right? Or over there in Mariole, England. Bears got another first down and 10 at the Jags 31. This is looking kind of rough. Chicago with a 21-10 lead. The Jags have turned up the heat. We've seen a little bit more pressure on the quarterback here in the third quarter. Jags got a 4-man front. Looks like one of the DBs wants to rush and blitz, and they do get him that time. 94. And Chad Mooman there too. Chad Mooman, 94 for the Jaguars, in there on maybe near a sack. Caleb Williams ran up toward the line of scrimmage. It is. I don't think it's going to be a sack. It's going to be near the line of scrimmage, or Caleb might have got 1 yard on that play. Nice tackle by Smith, number 94 for the Jaguars, and Chad Mooman was helping out with an assist on that last play. But here we are in the third quarter. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate you subscribing to our mega channel, the Teal Shirt Report Podcast Network. So thank you for subscribing. We've been up. There's a pass that kind of goes into the turf. Short pass. Caleb getting rid of the ball, man. He doesn't want to be hit and knocked down. The Bears have a third down play coming up. So to win this game, for the Jags to come back from 11 points down, they got to get some big plays, and we're probably going to need another a hot apple turnover as the day winds down. So, college football scoreboard: Tennessee 23, Florida 17, final in overtime. Georgia beat Mississippi State 41-31. Bama 27, South Carolina 25. Georgia Tech Bumblebees 41, North Carolina 34, and Vandy wins for like 2 weeks in a row. Vanderbilt 20, Kentucky 13. Bears complete a pass. There's a penalty marker down, though. I want to talk about our sponsor, Salsa Realty and Capital, for your real estate needs in North Florida. Man, let me tell you, whether it's home, residential, business, or commercial real estate, Salsa Realty and Capital, you'll find the link to their website on our homepage at bigjreport.com. Looks like DJ Moore, the Bears wide receiver, got shaken up. There's another penalty on the Jaguars. Looks like another defensive holding. And Darby doesn't like it. I think they called Darby again to hold. And, man, he was blatantly holding the guy 4, 5, 7 yards down the field. Didn't let him go. And then he said, "Who, me?" They threw the flag on him. That was definitely blatant. I mean, he was holding the guy 3 yards down the field. A couple of penalties on Darby, who General manager Trent Baalke signed in the offseason as a free agent. Come on now. 3 penalties on the secondary on this drive. My goodness. Chicago scores another one, man. They're going to put this thing out of reach. Running back goes up the middle. He goes inside the 15-yard line, inside the 10. Devin Lloyd has to chase him down. Andre Cisco gets almost run over, but helps make the tackle. And this thing is being close to being sadly, broken wide open. Chicago Bears 21, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. In London at Tottenham. They're not playing in Wembley. They're playing at good old Tottenham Stadium, Hotspur Stadium, I believe they call it. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Is that what it's called? Chicago Bears inside the Jags 10. They got first and goal. This drive could put the game away. Jags make a tackle, miss a tackle, and the running back falls down. Swift falls down about the Jags 2-yard line. 3 penalties on the Jags defense. Man, it's really hurting. Really hurting this team. Please subscribe to our channel. It helps out a lot. It also gives you an opportunity to be alerted when we go live. And when we go live, we go live. I can tell you right now. I want to tell you, if you really want to enjoy some music, check out the madmaxmix.weebly.com. Max plays classic rock classics, music pop classics on Wednesday night at the madmaxmix.weebly.com. Max will take your request. He'll give you his phone number sometime during the show. You can text him or call him, get your request on. He is busy with his show, 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock East, 6 o'clock p.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 7 o'clock p.m. till 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday nights, the madmaxmix.weebly.com. I never miss it. I never miss a Mad Max Mix. The Mad Max Mix.weebly.com. Check out the Mad Max Mix Wednesday nights at madmaxmix.weebly.com. Then you've got Brother JC and his show Live from the Pub on Thursday nights with JC at LakeUpallahits.com. Great internet radio where it's all good. JC will play your request too. He's actually got a chat box on the LakeUpallahits.com website, and there's links. There's links to listen to these shows. You go to BigJReport.com, go to our Neighbors 2 section. You'll find a link for LakeUpallahits.com. Great internet radio where you can listen to JC Live in the Pub on Thursday nights. He gets underway at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. There's also links for the madmaxmix.weebly.com, the Wednesday night show in the Neighbors 2 section. And also, we got an article about Max in the Outside the Box section. And there's a link in the Outside the Box section, too, for the madmaxmix.weebly.com. Want to also thank Salsa Realty and Capital for your real estate needs in North Florida. Whether it's home, residential, business, or commercial real estate, it's Salsa Realty. Salsa Realty and Capital for your real estate needs. Now, as far as the website goes, go to our website, bigjreport.com. Scroll down the homepage until you find the 24/7 North Florida weather information on the homepage. We have weather in a couple of different areas on the homepage, and you'll find a link in both areas for Salsa Realty and Capital for your real estate needs in North Florida and surrounding areas. Larry does real estate deals in Jacksonville, Florida, Gainesville, Lake City, Live Oak, and a lot of areas in between, and even a little bit south of that area as well, a little bit south of the North Florida area too. Salsa Realty and Capital for your real estate needs in North Florida and surrounding areas. Bears got the ball back with a 21-10 lead. They're inside the Jags 5 around the 3-yard line. Bears trying to score the backbreaker. Caleb Williams throws it deep in the end zone. It is caught. And is it a touchdown? I believe it's a touchdown. Jags had it covered. Keenan Allen made a catch. He made the catch on the left side of the end zone. Plenty of room out there, dragging both feet in. I believe he got both feet in and made the catch. I wonder if that'll be reviewed at all. Let's take a look at it again. He made the catch. There's one foot. I don't know. They might review that one. He had one foot down for sure. I don't know if he dragged it up. That toe drag swag toe drag swag. They might want to review that one. I can't believe Doug's not going to review this one. And you got to review it before they kick the extra point, Douglas. I don't think they're going to review it. Bears leading 27-10. Now maybe it was a touchdown. Maybe I missed something there. Here it comes, extra point. It's up. It's good. 28-10. Gonna watch the highlight again. Caleb Williams lofts it, gets a lot of air under the ball. The ball's caught. 1-2. He did get a second one down. Okay. It was close, but he got the second one down. Okay. From another angle, it looked more like a catch. So that's why Doug didn't throw the red flag. This thing is absolutely getting out of control. We thank our sponsors, madmaxmix.weebly.com. Thank you for all the hits. Saucer Realty and Capital for your real estate needs in North. We'll check some college football scores. This thing is close to being done. Does this mean the season is done? Does this mean the season is done? Please, in our comments, is it done? Do the Jaguars have any hope if they cannot win this game today? Right now, it's not looking good, 28-10. Wow. Okay, we'll check some college football scores. Again, as most of you know, Tennessee knocked off Florida. Tennessee 23, Florida 17, final in overtime. Ole Miss was leading, but then LSU came from behind to knock them off. LSU 29, Ole Miss 26, final in overtime. Vanderbilt, I think they've got 2 SEC wins now. Vanderbilt 20, Kentucky 13. 2 SEC wins include victories over Kentucky and Alabama in the Southeastern Conference. In the new era Southeastern Conference, which now includes Texas and Oklahoma. Georgia 41, Mississippi State 31, a final. Alabama hung on, had to come from behind. South Carolina actually had grabbed the lead somewhere in the second half, I think late in the third quarter. Alabama came from behind and hung on and won. Alabama 27, South Carolina 25. Alabama just a week earlier had lost to Vanderbilt. Can you believe it? 40-35. These games were played on Saturday, October the 12th. Georgia Tech 41, North Carolina 34. Oregon Ducks beat Ohio State. That's a Big Ten conference game now. Oregon is in the Big Ten. Oregon Ducks 32, Ohio State 31, a final. Penn State in overtime outlasted USC. Penn State 33, USC 30, a final in overtime. Again, USC is in the Big Ten conference as well. You've seen major conference realignment in college football. You can give me your opinion about that. Do you like what's going on in college football or not? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you like the video we're doing, the podcast we're doing. Bears kicking off with a 28-10 lead. Fourth quarter now underway. Jaguars, Tank Bigsby returning the kickoff. He fumbles the ball. He absolutely fumbled the ball. Somebody got a hold of it. Did the Bears get the ball back? Who got the ball? The ball came loose on the darn kickoff. My goodness. Well, somebody grabbed it for the Jags. Jags keep the ball. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence having to throw a lot of passes now. Jags losing 28-10. Opening of the fourth quarter. Somebody came up. A bear reached in there and stripped Bigsby, but then a Jag fell on the ball. I'm looking at the highlight again. Chad Muma was near the ball, but then it bounced past him. Let's see. Number 90 jumped on it for the Jaguars. Number 90 grabbed the fumble, and the Jags keep the football. That was on the kickoff return, by the way. Jaguars first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. There's only 14 minutes, 46 seconds to play. Little pass out to, that's the outlet guy. Evan Ingram makes a catch up around the Jags 42, and the Jags are going, looks like they're going to go hurry up, no huddle. There's 14 minutes to play. Jags down by 18 points at this juncture here during the live stream. Can you believe it? During the live stream. Whew. Trevor Lawrence back to pass. He's running for his life. He's going to be sacked way back at the Jags 31-yard line. My goodness. I don't know if I could take it anymore. I might have to go pull a window down and just yell out the window. I'm mad and I can't take it anymore. Jaguars getting drilled by the Chicago Bears. A source told us this would happen. One of our main sources said the Bears will win and cover, and they're doing it. Chicago Bears 28, Jacksonville Jaguars 10 here on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Fourth quarter, 13:47 to play, 13:44 to play. Trevor Lawrence going to try to air one out. He does. It's picked off. The Bears, number 39, intercepts the pass. And, man, we're close to that probably will be all she wrote already. It was still 13 and a half minutes to play. Trevor throws an interception. My goodness, what's this world coming to? My goodness. 13:35 to play. Defensive back. There were two guys around him, too. The intended receiver was Christian Kirk. Trevor lets it loose, and there was a Bear defender just jumped in front of the wide receiver and made the catch. You know, all of a sudden, I felt like Bobby Knight there for a minute, the former coach at Indiana. I thought I might throw a chair or something. I didn't do it, though. I tried to contain myself. But it's football. This is a serious business here. Chicago Bears at the Jags 36-yard line. This thing is all but over now. This is a rout in London. Chicago Bears 28, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback out of SC, scrambling for his life. He's being chased. He gets red. Oh, it's caught by number 85 again. He's had a career day for the Bears. 85 has caught 2 touchdown passes. What's that guy's name? Commit. I got to look this guy up. He's caught 2 touchdown passes. He just caught a big first down play for the Bears. Man, this guy's a big-time tight end. What's a big plays day? Caleb Williams scrambled for his life, goes one way, the other way, and now still keeping his head upfield, throws it, finds the tight end at the Jags 30. The tight end keeps moving forward inside the Jags 30 down around the 10-yard line. What a big play by the tight end, Cole Kmet, number 85. Bears are getting ready to score another one. I think the running back just ran into the goal line and they score. This is a rout. Somebody's going to get fired after this game. I think somebody's going to get fired after this game. Something's going to happen after this game. Rashad Khan, London is one of his headquarters, and he you know, this is a Jacksonville Jaguars team, but every year they're playing in London. You know, Cisco, I think they might bring the touchdown back. Cisco made the tackle. It looked like he drove the guy down around the goal line, maybe 6 inches from the goal line. That'll just I think they're going to rule it down around the 5 or 6 inch line. They should, according to the highlight I'm watching. Yeah. I don't think they're going to allow that touchdown. But it's just going to delay the agony. That's all. Just going to delay the agony. My goodness. Bears are just excited and they're celebrating on the sidelines. That's what they're going to do. They're going to mark it on about the 6 or 7 inch yard line. I think the Jags got a good spot on that. Should have been even closer to the goal line, probably. One more touchdown, man. It's going to just, people are going to get irate in Jacksonville. They're just going to be irate over this one. Chicago Bears 28, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. The Chicago Bears have a rookie quarterback just taking it to him. Please check out our live stream today. Subscribe to our channel. And in the comments, let me know what you think about this debacle. The Jags losing 28-10 in London. They're home away from home. My goodness. 12 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The coffee's still good. This is an early game. It's like 11:52 in the morning, Jacksonville time. 10:52 Central time, where our executive producer is. LakeyFallTheHits.com, great internet radio where it's all good. The Mad Max Mix.weebly.com. I never miss the Mad Max Mix. Chicago Bears, they're going to run it in. Jags hit them at the goal line, but of course, the running back continues to go forward and scores. And, he throws it up in. That's Swift. That is DeAndre Swift scores, number 4. In this game, you can put it in the books. The Jags are done. Like a half a piece of bacon. Chicago would kick the extra point. The live stream's going to end in a moment. I don't know what to tell you. I've been following the Jaguars since '93, even before we started playing games. Chicago Bears 34, Jags 10. Here comes the good old extra point. Man, this Cole Kmet guy, the tight ends, had a career day, 2 touchdowns. He catches a long pass for a first down. What was it, 20 or 30-yard reception? If you've got Kmet on your fantasy team, you're going to win your game or come close to winning it. Here comes the extra point by the Bears. They put it down. Kick is up. Kick is absolutely good in London. There was some kind of, I couldn't read what it said, but there was some kind of saying down below the goalpost there. I couldn't quite make that out, but I did see the Bears score their 35th point of the game. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. We're going to end the live stream right here. This thing's over with today. You can book it. The Jaguars are done. They're 1-5. So what do they got to do? They got to win out almost to make the playoffs. But this team is not going to win many games. Not playing like they did today. What's the problem with the Jaguars? And that's a good question. Let's get your comments. What is the main problem with the Jaguars? Let me know in your comments. I have my opinion. You have your opinion. I want to hear your opinion. What is wrong with the Jaguars? They're obviously getting destroyed by the Chicago Bears in London. The Jags usually play pretty well in London most years. I know a long time ago they got blown out, I think, by the Cowboys or 49ers years ago. It might have been back in the Malarkey or Gus Bradley days, but they've been blown out in London before. But now you've got a team which the owner, Shad Khan, said, hey, this is probably the best team we've ever had. Or he might have said he might have been more aggressive with that comment. This is probably the best team we've ever had. Well, Shad, you guys are getting beat 35-10 in London. This game is not going to go well for Shad Khan. I really thought that if the Jags had lost to the Colts, I thought somebody was going to get fired. I think somebody may get fired after this game. We'll see. It's your guess. You get a head on a platter. Is it going to be Balky? Is it going to be the head coach? Could it be both of them? Who should get fired? Let me know that. And somebody's going to say who should get fired. There's no doubt about that. But we're gonna wait for the game to come back, give you the score another time. I think we've hit most of the college football scores too. Always go to our website at bigjreport.com. Chicago Bears are 3-2 coming into this one. They're going to be 4-2. Chicago, the Bears are going to be 4-2 after this game, and the Jaguars are going to be a paltry 1-5. And Bears are kicking off to the Jaguars with 12:29 to go in the football game. We're in the fourth quarter. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. Want to thank my executive producer, JC, for all the tremendous help in putting this whole thing together. This is the first game of the day, so I'll sit back and take a look at how the other games come out. There's some good games coming up today. Ravens play the Commanders. Washington Commanders have been kind of a hot team of late. I'm going to take Baltimore to cover the spread now, and Baltimore is a 6.5-point favorite. But I'm the guy that told you the Jaguars, when the Chicago Bears were a 2-point favorite in the football pool, I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor just got sacked by the Bears. This thing is getting ugly. No doubt it's getting ugly. Chicago Bears 35, Jaguars 10 in the fourth quarter. We're going to say goodbye for the day here on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Let me know in the comments what's wrong with the Jaguars. What is wrong with this team? Why are they getting blown out by Buffalo and now getting blown out by the Chicago Bears 35-10 in the fourth quarter? Why? Why is this happening? What's wrong with the Jaguars? Now we just see Dearness Johnson breaks off about a 10-yard run. Number 2 is in the game at running back. Bears make the tackle, but the clock is running. There's 11 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the game. We're going to wrap it up. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. We're going to wrap up the live stream. We'll be back to talk about it more on the podcast. We'll have another podcast in the morning, most likely within the next day or two. So subscribe to our channel, then you'll catch all the content. I want to thank our executive producer, JC. Also, Alex Nunnery. Trevor completes a pass out to Gabe Davis for 1 or 2 yards. Clock keeps running. That's a female referee out there. Okay. She's got the clock running down there on the sidelines. I thought he went out of bounds, but so got games coming up. Washington Commanders, Baltimore Ravens. I think the Lions play the Cowboys today, right? We talk about that. I'm ready to wrap this thing up. Detroit is a 3-point favorite in Dallas. I do like Dallas today, but man, don't pick by what I say. Not after what I've seen in London. Trevor Lawrence's pass almost got intercepted again. He threw a long one down. He threw a long pass down to Christian Kirk. Wasn't near Christian Kirk. It was closer to the defender. Is the problem quarterback Trevor Lawrence? Is that the problem? What is the Jaguars' main problem? And was Balky too quick on the trigger to sign Trevor to this mega contract that keeps quarterback Trevor Lawrence in Duval for like the next decade, for a whole decade from the time he was drafted? What's wrong with the Jaguars? Will Shad Khan fire somebody after this game? Here's a little screen pass out to number 2. Number 2 is Dearness Johnson. Calls a little screen pass, about 8, 9, 10, 11 yards. Got a first down. First down and 10 for the Jaguars. I see old Cam Robinson out there at left tackle right now. Jags got like 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Let's watch another play here on the live stream. There's a little pass out to safety valve, tight end Evan Ingram. He goes for about 6 yards. We're going to conclude the thing. This game's all but over now. Vikings are 5-0 and 1-0 in their division, the NFC North. Bears are a contender. They'll be 4-2 after this game. Second down and 4 for the Jags. We'll watch one more play before we go. Trevor throws a pass out to Evan Ingram. It's going to be strung out. Evan got about 3 yards, a little safety valve pass to the left side of the tight end. It was a second down and 4 place. I don't know if the Jags got the first down or not. Really, at this point, it's academic. The clock is running. I see Coach Doug Peterson's looking over his plays, and they have just got to be snake bit. I mean, it's not like the Bears were a 10-point, 15-point favorite. The Bears were a 2-point favorite, and then some money went on the Jags, and then the Bears were down to a 1-point favorite yesterday. And Trevor Lawrence is going to throw one way up in the air, pass. Oh, it's in and out of the hands of, who was that? Gabe Davis, who wears number 0. No flags down or anything. Trevor's wanting the flag. Frustration sets in. It was in Gabe's hands. And then Gabe kind of swatted at it. He couldn't make the stab on the first go-around. Looking at it again around the 4-yard line. Gabe can't hold it, but he was running at full speed. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10, 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Do you have that feeling like when you're at a game, it's a blowout 35-10, and you start seeing all the fans leaving if you're in Jacksonville? In London, everybody, they don't really know what to do because all those people in London, they nothing against them, but they got jerseys from almost every team in the league. So they got, all the people in London and England, they've got their teams that they've liked for years. If they ever get a team in London, it'll probably be an expansion team if it ever happens 5-10 years down the road. Who knows? But there's other places where the NFL is going now, other countries, other cities. Trevor Lawrence on another pass. This pass is complete. Let's get a little Strange there. Was that Strange, number 85, I believe, right? Was that Strange? Brenton Strange made the catch there. That was Strange, got a catch for about 10 yards and a Jags first down. Now, maybe we should keep it here to see if the Jags score, but they're trailing 35-10. This is all academic. It's too little too late. Dearness Johnson's in there, runs it for about 2 yards. So I want to thank my executive producer, JC, also Alex Nunnery, our correspondent of what we do with BigJReport.com and our Teal Shirt Report podcast. I want to thank John Gaylor, our contributor and correspondent. I want to thank our sponsors, Saucer Realty and Capital, the MadMaxMix.weebly.com, and Lake Eufaula Hits.com as well. Lake Eufaula Hits. Trevor Lawrence going to throw one into the end zone. That one was actually in and out of the hands of Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie, the fast rookie. So I don't know. Trevor's got to be frustrated too. It's not just Trevor. I mean, you got guys dropping passes. Now, in fairness, I think he mistimed the jump, but he did have to jump, so it was not the easiest pass to catch. It might have been a little bit on the high side too for Brian Thomas Jr. So he's got to make a good play to score, and Trevor's probably got to make a little bit of a better pass and get the ball a little bit lower, because there was a window to get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. Little pass play to Christian Kirk. This is like what they call garbage time now, right? You're not going to win the game, but hey, maybe I can score a touchdown, right? I wouldn't mind if Christian Kirk scored, because he's on one of my fantasy teams. Jaguars got a 1st and goal after Christian Kirk's catch around the 6-yard line of the Bears. I guess we're still hanging with it. See if the Jags can score. Pass. Oh, Brian Thomas Jr. That pass, that was not the best pass, but now Brian Thomas Jr. was covered on that play. Let's see if we get a highlight on that one. Trevor, it's frustration. The receivers aren't catching all the balls. All Trevor's passes aren't that all the time on the money. The Bears defensive backs are playing pretty well. It's a combination of things. So what's wrong with the Jaguars? Let me know. Is the season over with at 1-5? Let me know that. What's your opinion on the Jacksonville Jaguars? Or even the Florida Gators? Billy Napier's probably going to get fired. He lost to Tennessee in overtime in college football. Well, Gabe Davis broke loose in the back of the end zone. He was well covered. Trevor had to really almost throw it away about 2-3 yards deep in the end zone. 3rd down and goal coming up. We might as well just keep it here to see if the Jags can score. But it's too little too late. Chicago Bears leading. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10 in the 4th quarter. Now 7:07 to play in this early game in London. You got, it looks like 3rd down and goal. Jags at the 6-yard line of the Chicago Bears. Trevor in the shotgun, dropping 2 or 3 steps back, throws it about 2 yards deep in the end zone. It is batted away by a couple of Bears defenders. It looks like it was intended for Christian Kirk on that last play. There was a defender right there swatting at the ball. Then there was a defender behind Kirk. It was not the easiest catch. I think that Kirk's vision was impaired by the defender, who came up at the last moment to kind of swat the ball away. Doug Peterson. He's looking over the plays. I tell you, if I was Doug Peterson and Balky, I'm thinking, man, I might be out the door here pretty quick. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 10. I'm sorry I feel this way. I tried to have as much patience as possible. Here's a pass down near the end zone. Who caught that? Was that brother Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis caught one near the goal line. Do they give the Jags credit for the touchdown? Gabe Davis gets a touchdown. I think that's his 2nd one of the game. So if you had Gabe Davis on your fantasy team, you're rocking. Got a couple of Gabe Davis touchdown catches today. Commit, the tight end for the Bears, has a couple of touchdowns and a lot of yardage. Cole Commit, that's the guy, number 85 for the Bears. Big fantasy day. I think he's got 2 touchdowns, a lot of yardage. The last catch he made was not a touchdown, but it went for like 20, 30 yards. So Commit's having a big day for the Bears from the tight end position, number 85, Cole Commit. And that guy, number 18 for the Chicago Bears, the rookie quarterback. The Jags are going to go for 2 points. Chicago Bears lead 35-16 at this juncture of the game. Trevor's going to try for the 2 points, throws it. Oh, the pass is a little bit led Evan Ingram a little bit too much. I believe that was Evan Ingram, number 17, the intended receiver. I'm looking at a replay of the 2-point conversion. No, that was actually the Gabe Davis touchdown. Gabe Davis just barely got in the end zone on that play, but the 2-point conversion goes for naught. And the Jaguars score, but not on the 2-point conversion. We're about an hour into the live stream, so frustrations have been building up. We're getting ready to go. We've been on the live stream for about an hour. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what is wrong with the Jacksonville Jaguars. What is wrong with the Jacksonville Jaguars? And does somebody get fired after this game? And who would you like to see get there? Some of the fan base is going to look for a head on a platter, just to, I'm not trying to be morbid, but just describing it. They're going to look for somebody as a scapegoat. Is it going to be Balky? Is it going to be Peterson? Is a coordinator, is an OC going to get fired? Anything can happen. But Shad Khan's got to be, he's got to want to go to the window, open it up, and say, I'm mad as hell. He's going to have to, somebody, I'm just thinking at this juncture, something's got to happen. This is a team that was supposed to make the playoffs this year. Playoffs? So what do you do? Want to thank our sponsors, MadMaxMix.Weebly.com, Lakeview Fall Hits. JC, you had a great show on Thursday night. I missed some of it, but I catch you every Thursday night. LakeviewFallHits.com. Absolutely great internet radio where it's all good. JC's live in the pub on Thursday nights, plays a lot of great requests. There's a chat box at LakeviewFallHits.com where on Thursday nights you chat him your request. Let him know who you are and where you're listening at and what song and artist you want to hear. Mad Max does the same thing. You can call Max. He'll give you his phone number where you can text him or call him during the Wednesday night show, the MadMaxMix.Weebly.com each Wednesday night, 6 till 8 Central Time, 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're also brought to you by Saucer Realty and Capital. Next week, the Jags back in London again. That must be the road game. Well, I don't know. I think the Chicago game today is the road game, but they play the Patriots in London next week. The Jags will just stay over there and enjoy. But I don't see how you should be allowed to enjoy things when you're getting blown out. You're getting absolutely just blown out and tattooed by the Chicago Bears. Jags finally get another touchdown. Gabe Davis has had a decent fantasy day. Here's an onside kick by the Jags. The Bears cover it. Somebody else came in during the live stream. We appreciate you coming in. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 16. And please, in the comments, let me know. Let me know what is wrong with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cole Kmet has 2 touchdown catches in this game. He is a fantasy stud. Cole Kmet, the tight end for the Bears, 2 touchdown catches. And then he caught a long pass for a first down. I think it was at least 20, 25 yards or maybe close to 30 yards. He's got the yardage, too. I'd be interested to take a look at the stats of Cole Kmet after the game. Chicago Bears going to run the clock and run the ball. They just run it over on the left side. And there's literally only 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go in this game, this fourth quarter in London. There's another game in England next week in lovely merry old England. The Jaguars play the Patriots next Sunday morning. So we'll be here again early next Sunday. Bears have blown out the Jaguars. The Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 16. 6 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the game. We're going to wrap up the live stream. We've been here for well over an hour. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our channel. And by all means, now we're new on YouTube. We've been doing the podcast for like the Teal Shirt Report podcast. We've been doing it for like over 5 years. We got like over 10,000 listens, on our audio platforms. And you can find us also at bigjreport.com. So it's not been a good day for the Jaguars. Not been a good day at all. Once the live stream ends, it's still going to be up on YouTube where you can come in and watch. And please comment, what's wrong with the Jaguars? Does somebody get fired after this game? Bears got the ball 3rd down and 7 with 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Bears quarterback just pitches it. Now there's a fumble, but the Bears hop on the fumble. That was a live potato there. And the Bears hopped on it. And that guy's holding it. That offensive lineman for the Bears, number 76, he's holding that thing with two arms like Larry Zonka. That's brother Jenkins scooped that one up. Number 4, Swift was kind of swiftly turned around by the defender, lost the ball as he was kind of twisting and turning and pirouetting and lost the ball. But that big offensive lineman for the Bears jumped on it. Jags got to draft offensive lineman in the 2025 draft early and often. The Jags offensive line, I don't think they control the games. There's other issues involved too. Let me know what's wrong with the Jaguars. And does somebody get fired after this game? The Jacksonville Jaguars now are dropping to 1-5. That means they've lost 5 of their first 6 games here in the 2024 season. That's going to do it for the Teal Shirt Report podcast. I'm going to go ahead and drop off. Bears are running a play right now. They're going for it on 4th down and 3. They just want to run the clock. And I think they're trying to get the Jaguars to jump offside. I think maybe they're going to take a penalty and then punt the ball. Yeah, they get a delay penalty to back them up where they can punt. This game's over with. When a team sits there and they try to draw you offside on 4th down and they're winning 35-16, I just shake my head at this. You know, I've been with the Jags since '93. Been covering them in the media, following them, been a fan since '93. I was at the first game in 1995 when the Jags lost to the then Houston Oilers 10-3. I'm glad you're here. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what's wrong with the Jaguars, and does somebody get absolutely fired after this game? That's going to do it. I'm your host for the Teal Shirt Report podcast. I'm Scott. I'm out. You guys have a great day. Chicago Bears 35, Jacksonville Jaguars 16, late in the 4th quarter. You guys have a great day, okay? Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.